Anna is a young woman who wants to speak English well. Every day, she studies hard. She reads English books. She watches English videos. She listens to slow English podcasts. She even writes words in her notebook. But still, she feels afraid to speak. When someone talks to her in English, she becomes nervous. Sometimes she forgets words. Sometimes she says the wrong thing. She thinks, why is this so hard? I study so much, but I still cannot hear well. One day, Anna watches a new English video on her phone. The teacher in the video talks about something called shadowing. The teacher says, shadowing means you listen to someone speak, and then you repeat what they say right after, just like an echo. Anna stops the video and thinks, this idea sounds interesting. Maybe this can help her. She plays the video again and listens carefully. The teacher explains more. When you shadow, you don't just say the words. You try to copy everything. The pronunciation, the rhythm, the way the voice goes up and down. Anna thinks about it. She decides to try. She wants to speak English more clearly and feel more confident. She opens another video. The speaker talks slowly and clearly. Anna listens to one sentence. Then she pauses the video and repeats the sentence out loud. At first, Anna feels strange. Her voice sounds funny to her. She is not sure if she is doing it right. But she does not stop. She keeps going. She listens to another sentence, pauses, and repeats. Slowly, her voice becomes stronger. She starts to feel more comfortable. She tries to say the words exactly like the speaker. She listens to how the speaker says each word. She watches the speaker's mouth and how it moves. She tries to copy everything. Anna does this for 15 minutes. Then she stops and takes a break. She smiles. It was not perfect, but it felt good. For the first time, she feels like she is really speaking English, not just studying it. Each day, Anna practices shadowing. She chooses short videos. She repeats each sentence until she feels better. She listens again and again. She speaks louder. She tries to speak with more emotion. She even starts to enjoy the sound of her own English voice. It becomes like a game. And slowly, something begins to change. After 1 week, Anna notices that she feels more confident. When she speaks, her words come faster. Her mouth moves more easily. Her pronunciation is better. She still makes mistakes, but she does not feel scared anymore. She learns that shadowing is not only about speaking, it is also about feeling the language. It is about training your brain and your mouth at the same time. One night, after a good shadowing session, Anna looks at herself in the mirror. She says, my name is Anna. I am learning English. I can do this. She feels proud. Then Anna makes a decision, a big decision. She wants to try speaking English in real life. She wants to use everything she learned, so she makes a doctor's appointment. It is her first time speaking English at the doctor. She feels nervous, but she also feels ready. She knows it will be hard. She knows she might make a mistake, but she thinks, that's okay. I'm learning. I don't have to be perfect. That night, before bed, she practices one more time. She listens to a video. She pauses after each sentence. She repeats each word clearly and calmly. Then she closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I'm ready, she whispers. This is the beginning of something new, not just for Anna, but for every English learner who wants to speak with confidence. Shadowing is more than a method. It is a small step toward a big dream, and sometimes that first step is the most important one. Anna wakes up early. Today is the day she goes to the doctor. Her stomach still hurts, but she is more worried about speaking English. It will be her first time using English in a real conversation with a stranger. She feels nervous, but she also remembers how much she practiced. She used shadowing every day. She repeated many sentences. She listened to the voice in the video and copied the words, the sound, and the rhythm. She tells herself, I can do this. Before leaving the house, she opens her phone and searches for the right words to say. She finds the sentence, I have a stomach ache. She repeats it again and again in her mind. I have a stomach ache. I feel sick. She takes a deep breath and leaves for the clinic. When she arrives, she checks in at the front desk. Then she waits. The waiting room is quiet, but Anna's heart is loud. She tries to stay calm. She thinks of her shadowing practice and repeats soft sentences in her head. My stomach hurts. I feel bad. I feel sick. She closes her eyes and breathes slowly. Then, a voice calls her name. Anna? It's her turn. She walks into the doctor's room. A friendly man sits behind the desk. He smiles and says, Hello. How can I help you today? Anna opens her mouth to speak, but something strange happens. Her brain feels confused. The words she practiced are gone. Instead, she says, I feel sin. The doctor looks at her. He doesn't say anything. He waits. Anna feels nervous. She thinks maybe he didn't hear her, so she says it again, louder. Yes, I feel very sin today. There is silence. Anna feels hot. Her face turns red. Inside, she is panicking. She knows sin is the wrong word, but now she can't remember the right one. Her mind is full of fear. She thinks, why is this happening? I practiced. I did shadowing. Why am I saying the wrong thing? The doctor still says nothing. He just watches her. Anna tries again. I feel sin. I don't feel sin. I feel sin bad. What am I saying? She feels lost. She wants to cry or run away. She thinks the doctor might think she is crazy. She worries that he will give her the wrong medicine. Then, suddenly, she remembers something important. Her phone. She quickly takes out her phone and opens the translator app. She types the sentence, I feel sick. The phone says it out loud. Anna looks up at the doctor and says, Sorry, I feel sick. Not sin, sick. The doctor smiles. He laughs softly and says, Ah, that makes more sense. Anna smiles too. She feels so relieved. She laughs a little, even though she still feels embarrassed. The doctor speaks kindly. He says, Don't worry. That mistake happens all the time. Anna looks at him. Really? She asks. Yes, he says. You are not the first, and you won't be the last. Anna feels better. She starts to breathe more calmly. She answers the doctor's questions. She tells him about the pain in her stomach. He listens and writes notes. Then he gives her a prescription for some medicine. As she walks out of the clinic, Anna feels tired, but proud. She made a big mistake, but she didn't give up. She used her tools. She remembered her practice. She found the right words. She learns something very important that day. Making a mistake is not the worst thing. The worst thing is staying silent and not trying. Her voice is stronger now, not because she is perfect, but because she was brave. Later that evening, Anna writes in her notebook. She writes down the word sick in big letters. She smiles at the page. She thinks, I will never forget this word again. Not because I studied it, but because I lived it. This is how we learn, not just through books or videos, but through real moments, even the hard ones. Mistakes are not failures. They are teachers. They show us what to do next. They help us grow. And sometimes, they help us tell a great story. After the doctor's appointment, Anna walks to the pharmacy. She gives the prescription paper to the woman at the counter. The pharmacist reads the paper, then looks at Anna with a small smile. Do you want the regular one or the extra strong one? She asks. Anna feels confused. Extra strong, she says. Why would I need that? The pharmacist points to something on the paper. Well, this says it helps with energy and confidence. Anna is surprised. That sounds strange. She asks again, What is this medicine for? The pharmacist replies, It's for feeling sin. Anna's eyes grow wide. No, no, she says quickly. Not sin. I feel sick. I said sick. The pharmacist laughs and says, Oh, I see. I think the doctor made a joke. She turns the paper over and shows Anna a note written on the back. It says, Patient says she feels sin. Please give her the right medicine for sick, not sin. Anna doesn't know what to say. She laughs, but she also covers her face with her hands. She feels so embarrassed. But the pharmacist smiles kindly and says, Don't worry, I'll give you the real medicine. Anna takes the medicine and thanks the woman. Then she leaves the pharmacy and walks home. At home, she drinks some water and takes the first pill. She sits on her bed and thinks about everything that happened that day. She remembers how nervous she felt in the morning. She remembers the mistake she made. She remembers how confused she felt. But now she also remembers how she fixed it. She found the right word. She used her phone. She kept going. And in the end, the doctor understood her. Anna feels proud of herself. She knows it was not perfect, but she did her best. She learned something important. She knows now that fluency does not mean you never make mistakes. Fluency means you keep trying, even when it's hard. She thinks about her shadowing practice. It helped her so much. Without it, she might not have had the courage to speak at all. Because of shadowing, she could pronounce the words better. Because of shadowing, she remembered the rhythm of English. It gave her a voice when she needed one most. That night, Anna writes in her notebook. She writes 3 things. First, I made a mistake, but I fixed it. Second, shadowing helped me speak when I was afraid. Third, I will keep practicing every day. Anna also starts thinking of new ways to make her practice more fun and more real. One idea is to shadow with emotion. She picks videos where people are happy, sad, surprised, or even angry. She tries to copy not only the words, but also the feeling. She learns how to speak with more life, more energy, more heart. Another idea is to talk to herself. She records one voice asking questions like, How are you today? Or, What did you eat for breakfast? Then she answers those questions out loud and records her answers. This helps her get used to real conversations. She also tries something new. She walks around her room or even outside while speaking English out loud. She describes what she sees. I see a tree. The sky is blue. A bird is flying. Moving while speaking makes her feel more relaxed. It helps her sound more natural. Anna learns that every little step matters. Every sentence she repeats, every mistake she corrects, every small success. These things help her grow. Now, when she thinks about the word sick, she doesn't feel afraid or embarrassed. She feels strong. She remembers that day, not as a failure, but as a victory. She tells herself, I am learning, I am growing. I am not perfect, but I am brave. And that is what learning a language is really about. Not being perfect, but being brave enough to speak, to try, and to keep going. Anna is ready for the next challenge. And so are you. Anna's story is a beautiful journey. She started like many English learners, full of dreams, but also full of fear. Speaking in English was hard. She often felt shy, made mistakes, and didn't feel confident. But instead of giving up, she found a small but powerful tool, shadowing. By practicing shadowing, Anna trained herself to speak with more confidence. She listened carefully. She repeated the words. She copied the voice, the rhythm, the feelings. Little by little, she became stronger. One day, she decided to test herself. She went to the doctor and tried to speak only in English. It was not easy. She made a big mistake. She said, I feel sin, instead of I feel sick. For a moment, she felt embarrassed and afraid, but she didn't stop. She used her phone, found the right word, and spoke again. In the end, the doctor understood her. And more importantly, Anna understood herself. She realized that mistakes are not the end. They are part of learning. Because of that one mistake, she will never forget the word sick. And because she didn't give up, she found her voice. At the pharmacy, Anna even laughed at her mistake. She saw that learning a language is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's also about courage, emotion, and real-life experience. Now, Anna continues to practice every day. She uses new ideas. She shadows with emotion. She talks to herself. She walks and speaks. She grows stronger with each word. The lesson from Anna's story is simple but powerful. You don't need to speak perfectly. You need to be brave. You need to keep trying. You need to believe that your voice matters. So, if you are learning English, remember this. You will make mistakes. That's okay. You will forget words. That's okay. Just like Anna, you can learn from every mistake. You can smile, laugh, and keep going. Every time you practice shadowing, you become more confident. Every time you speak, you take one step closer to fluency. Congratulations! You listened to the full story. That means you just improved your English listening and understanding. Well done. You are becoming stronger every day. Now, let's test your memory with one small question. What word did Anna say by a mistake at the doctor's office? A. Sick. B. Sin. Write your answer in the comments. A or B. Let's see how many of you remember this funny part of the story. If you enjoyed this story and it helped your English, please subscribe to the channel. Your support gives us the energy to keep creating more helpful and fun lessons for you. Also, if you feel kind, please consider donating to support the channel. In the beginning, it's very hard to keep making quality content. We do this for free because we want to help you learn English. Thank you for being here. Keep learning, keep smiling, and remember, you are doing great. See you in the next story.